Hello everyone, my name is Bill, and that's Elena, and this is our channel, Airtime Hail. Go ahead.
Airtime Hail!
And today we're going to be talking about Steel Vengeance. And I wanted to do another video because I want to get content up on the page, but I keep running out of ideas, which probably isn't great. But I was on the way home and I was trying to think about something to do a video about, and her favorite roller coaster at Cedar Point is Steel Vengeance. Well, her favorite roller coaster really is Steel Vengeance. We've been to quite a few parks so far just in the Cedar Fair chain. But out of all of those, her favorite ride is Steel Vengeance. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And a lot of videos have been done about it, of course, but this is what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to go over the stats, and then we're going to discuss the elements of the ride and give our opinions on it. So, everybody knows the ride's 205 feet tall, and Cedar Point was marketing it as the world's first hyper hybrid. Now, it is my understanding that whatever the train rides on, that is the type of coaster that it is. So, it would technically be a steel coaster, but I think it's more fun to call it hybrid. There's enough of them now that I think you might as well create its own category. Anyway, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me in the comments, but hey, that's what comments are there for. Anyway, it's about 205 feet tall, making it the world's first hyper hybrid. Its first drop, what?
Wow!
Its first drop is 200 feet at 90 degrees. And let me check my facts here, runs 3 trains, 24 riders per train, and the track length is about 5,740 feet, features 4 inversions, 3 0G rolls, and what I've heard referred to as a twisted snake dive. It's kind of like the ride decides to try for another 0G, and it's like, it's not worth it. Alright, so what happens is you come out of the station, you go over a couple of these little bunny hills. You're not going real fast, but it's fun. It's a fun little thing. Then you go up what is the world's loudest lift hill. And all our MCs are like that, though, so, whatever. But don't try to have a conversation on the way up the lift hill. You're not going to hear each other.
Because it's pointless, too loud.
Anyway, you come off of the drop, go over a real quick speed hill at the max speed, so you're going to get real fast ejector air. Then you go up over what a lot of people are calling a top hat, and what a lot of people I have seen anyway call it a top hat. I guess that's what it is, but when I think of top hats, I think of like Accelerator, Top Thrill, King Dakar. I mean, maybe those are just extreme versions of top hats, but whatever. You come down off of that, couple little airtime hills immediately after that actually is that giant Outer Bank turn, and that was the first Outer Bank turn that I had ever experienced, and it was really something else. It was a really neat sensation to get almost a mix of airtime and laterals. It was a really weird sensation if you had never experienced it before. And then you come down off of that, get a little airtime after that, and then you go into like this upward 0G roll. And you go through a bank turn, which is really fun. It's really neat to be going through this turn. It's so close to the structure. It's really neat the way this entire ride interacts with the structure and everything. Then you it's not a double up, but you kind of go up and you hit the mid-course. It's not very long, and it's about the only time the ride really gives you any time to breathe. And then after that, you drop off of the mid-course, and you start going through all these other elements. You start going actually inside of the structure with a bunch of wave turns, bank turns, a couple more ZOG rolls. The Twisted Snake Dive is inside of the structure. And then the finale it's like these 3 or 4 real quick bunny hills. It's a lot of airtime, but for me, It's almost too much. What's baby?
Super on.
The last few are, but anyway. If you're into really, really intense coasters, really fast, intense coasters, you're gonna love this thing. For as fast and as tall as it is, very, very, very smooth. The inversions, it's out of this world, really. It's so smooth for as fast and as wild as it is. The only part I didn't really care for are those last few bunny hills, just because I'm a little bit of a bigger guy. So it's a tight fit for me, so it kind of hurts my thighs sometimes. But I ride it every chance I get. I really like it. Not my number one, but very close. I'd say it's at least top 5. Somewhere in the top 5, very close to the top, but not my number one. My favorite element really depends on where you sit. If you sit in the back, believe it or not, one of my favorite parts on it is actually coming off of the brake run, because it really surprises you, especially if you've never ridden it before. Besides that, I would say probably all of the inversions. It's really neat to just go through the zero-G rolls that are actually inside the structure, and just to see this swirl of wood all around you. It's just this crazy sensation. The night ride's really fun. The only thing about the night ride is make sure you don't sit in the front, because it's on the peninsula. Lake Erie is on all sides. Lots of bugs. So you'll be like a human bug zapper. Anywho, kiddo, what is your favorite part of the ride?
Well, it depends.
Mm-hmm.
I like the inversions.
You like the inversions?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Is that your favorite part of the ride?
Yep.
All right. From 1 to 10, on an individual ride basis, I think I would probably give it a 10. But like I said, it's not my number one. I would say it's either 2 or 3, not my number one, out of the coast.